everybody, I'm Rita Cook with ECP TV, and I am missing my co-host today, Tommy Scott. We'll pretend like he's here. I don't have anybody to talk to but you guys. So the first thing that we're going to talk about, last week we had quite a few things going on. We had the Waxahachie and Red Oak receive new orders regarding the pandemic. Most everyone now here in Ellis County will just be following Governor Greg Abbott's orders. So if you're wondering about that, I know there's a lot of people that are wondering, where can we go, what can we do? A lot of places haven't actually opened up yet. And when we come back from our break here in just a minute, we're going to talk to Paul Perry, who is Ellis County Commissioner, one of the county commissioners, about the economy. But for now, let's talk about the fact that, okay, on the news, we had some really good news that Ellis County Jail still shows no signs of COVID-19, which is pretty amazing because around the state there have been quite a few. I went to the jail the other day with Sheriff Chuck Edge, who everybody really loves here, and I did a little tour with them and found out they took my temperature, they asked me questions, the same thing that they would be doing if they were admitting a prisoner. And so they have a negative cell there where if somebody does get sick, they can actually put them in there so that they're away from the inmate population. So that was something to read in last week's newspaper that you can still get on the stands right now. The other thing we had was Ferris City Council voted to not renew their city secretary's contract. So that will be a little bit of a change when people are starting to come back to City Hall to kind of find out what's going to happen with that. So new city secretary, the attorney also had his contract up, and his contract was renewed for another year. So that was happening there in Ferris. And let's see what else we've got going on here. I know there's a lot of question about what can we do and when can we do it, and I think that that's really important. Now, I'm going to talk to Paul Perry, like I said, right after we get back from this break, so stay tuned and we'll be right back.
Ellis County Press TV is proud to have this segment sponsored by Ferris Tire and Auto. Family owned and operated. With over 30 years experience, Ferris Tire and Auto provides fast service, fair pricing, and quality work you deserve. From new tires, oil changes, state inspections, and more, Ferris Tire and Auto is open Monday through Saturday, 208 North Central Street in historic downtown Ferris. Ferris Tire and Auto.
Okay, everybody, so as I promised, Paul Perry and I were out at the Waxahachie Sports Complex. They had a testing site there on Monday of this week where they were testing people for COVID-19. They're having it there on Tuesday as well in a different place. Let's see, they had it at the Waxahachie Sports Complex from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. this week on Monday, and they moved it because of bad weather this week on Tuesday to the Waxahachie Civic Center. Now, what I was told was that there were about 20 people that were there on Tuesday or on Monday to have their the testing done, and then over the weekend there were about 70 or 75. So there are still people that are going and getting testing. You do have to make an appointment. The appointment can be made online, or you can call 512-883-2400. Hopefully that's written on the bottom of the page there. And to be eligible for testing, you have to have symptoms of fever, chills, cough, fatigue, body aches, basically flu symptoms. So let's cut to Paul Perry and talk about the economy and what's happening with that, because a lot of places are not able to open because 25% is really not enough of a customer base for them to be able to even open the doors. So let's hear what Paul has to say about that. So we've been talking about the economy and just about how hard it is for businesses to open at 25% because they don't really even have enough money then coming in to keep their lights on. What do you think about the economy right now as we're starting to try to open up Texas?
Well, I think there's been a lot of spin put on the unemployment numbers, but the fact is they're in arrears. Mm-hmm. They're 30 days in arrears in some cases, and so we're not hearing the real unemployment numbers yet.
Okay.
And due to the action of governments, which I've largely opposed, the fact is that we have caused some economic disruption that's going to last for months after the fact.
Okay.
And, I don't think we have good numbers yet. I think when you're talking about low margin businesses that depend on volume, they may be very profitable businesses,
right,
but they depend on volume.
Right.
Right now they're not having the volume. And, for years the message in our society has been, and I know a lot of people don't do this, but the message has been, have some debt in your life. Have a mortgage, have a couple of car payments. And people have school payments and stuff, and although that may be deferred, those payments come due. So it's very important we do what we can now to get this economy going.
Right. Do you think we're doing that? Do you think that Ellis County is kind of going toward that in that direction right now?
Well, I think Ellis County is fortunate in that we generally have a fairly strong economy anyway. But we're gonna pay a price for this. I'm aware of large scale manufacturers that were not shut down that are still being affected by overall policy, both from what outside the economy and within. And they're down from 4 shifts working, they're down to 1 shift. And those kind of things don't resolve overnight. You may get full production going in a short period of time, but the impacts are hard to fathom, they're hard to quantify.
It's going to be interesting the months ahead.
That's absolutely.
Thank you, Paul. I'm Rita Cook. Thank you for watching.
Thank you. Back.
Okay, we're back, and thanks Paul Perry. He's always really good about coming and talking to me. Last thing I want to say is Red Oak ISD had their Teacher Staff Appreciation Week last week. They went to Chick-fil-A and everybody had free breakfast. So that was really nice to remember that there are still people out there who are doing things for the ISDs, and they're still, trying to make sure that next year, next school year is successful. So that's something. Now, okay, over the weekend, I received that as far as COVID-19, in Ellis County, 54 active cases, 10 deaths, 151 people have recovered. Total cases so far in Ellis County is 215. In Dallas, that's a bleaker number, but a higher population, obviously. On Sunday, there were 251 additional positive 2019 novel coronavirus COVID-19 cases. So that puts the count in Dallas County as of Sunday to 5,870, including 143 deaths. The good news was there were no deaths reported over the weekend, and there were 251 additional. So the numbers are going up in some cases, but they're also the fact that there's more testing being done. So I hope everybody is out there staying safe. We really miss Tommy. I want everybody to write in and say, where was Tommy Scott? Because I don't know where he is today, but we miss him. I'm Rita Cook with ECP TV. Thanks for watching.